Hey everyone. So as it turned out, I was wrong in the last episode, and I had to do a lot more than just collect the last two items I was missing. Because as it turned out, I didn't think it was the case, but it is. The killing mom 200 times is in fact a secret, and not just a bonus backdrop that you get. So basically I just did the Doctor's Revenge challenge a bunch of times until I got to 199 mom kills. Here are my terrible stats. I did end up collecting the last two items in the meantime since it didn't get me Platinum God. So this episode, I'm just going to go ahead and try to get the last mom kill and get Platinum God. I'm going to play as Isaac because I think Isaac is a good character to complete the game with, since he's the only character you start with. And I think this will be a lot more pleasant also than playing as Samson. So, start off, we get Basement XL. Always kind of annoying. I'll come back for that Eternal Heart, because I figure if I wait to pick it up, usually I don't die on the basement, so that's pretty much a guaranteed health up. Hopefully, at least. So what I'm looking for at the start is keys and treasure rooms. Item rooms. I want to find a key and at least one of the item rooms as fast as possible so I can recharge the D6 as many times as possible to re-roll for the best item I can get. So far, neither of those things have worked out. Haven't gotten any keys, haven't gotten an item room. Not going to blow that up yet. I might later, but want to wait for tinted rocks if there are any. Usually a pretty easy room. Sometimes it's easy to get overwhelmed by the flies, but I've done it a few times at least. More like a lot of times. And I usually get out of it without taking a hit. So I'm going to destroy all of the poop, pick up the soul heart, and run away from that fly. Hopefully I get a key drop real soon, because, I mean, I'm pretty much wasting D6 charges so far. No key. If I end up exploring everywhere, it will be worth going into that chest on the room down and to the left. But so far, still a chance. That isn't a key. That's 1+1 free, 2 bombs, but not what I need. Tinted rock, this is why I saved the original bomb. Does not drop a key, but now that I have more bombs, I'll go ahead and do that actually. Don't even have to go to the other chest yet. Yum Heart, don't really want it. Lard, I do want, because that is 2 up on my health. And, you know, it lowers my speed a little bit, but it's not that substantial that it's a big deal. It's probably 1, maybe 2. I don't feel that disadvantaged, and maybe I'll get a speed up before I go to the caves where I can run into globins. So looking for another key still. Hopefully I'll get that soon, so I just have to go to one more room. One more room to charge the D6. One more room yet again. An astounding run of luck or lack thereof in having empty rooms. But another pretty easy room. I'll only get one reroll on the item in there because of there only being 2 boss rooms and thus 2 rooms left to charge the D6. That means I'm more likely to get stuck keeping both boss items. Unless I get really lucky on the item room and don't re-roll it. Since I have an extra bomb, And I'm not going to look for the secret room again. I will get this chest, and I'll get my bomb back and a key. That's pretty much exactly what I hoped for. So we'll see what we get in here. Mom's pad. Gonna reroll that. Stigmata. Damage and health. I like that a lot. That's really good. So, on to the bosses. Chances are I might leave the first floor with 7 health, maybe 8. But I expect one of the bosses to be Famine. So I won't get a health up or a damage up or anything from him, just a cube of meat, which is still pretty good. The first step on a journey of the whole game, pretty much, to reach 4th level Meat Boy. Fortunately for me, I'm faster than Gemini, which is one of the most important things here, considering otherwise I'd be taking a lot of damage. Oh, maybe I'm not faster. No, I was against a wall, and I pointed out that when you're right against something, you tend to go slower, which is interesting. Can't help it. I don't know if it's an intentional mechanic. One more health up. It's pretty good. 7 health, so we might get to 8. We'll get to 8 health after I finish this fight, because I'll get a cube of meat, I'll go back and pick up the Eternal Heart, and I will go down to the next floor. Fortunately, I didn't want to reroll either of the boss items, since for this item I can't reroll it, and I like getting health up. This also puts me in a good situation if I want to do a deal with the devil. I have a lot of health, picked up 4 on one floor, and 8 for the, well, 5 if going to the next. And that's really, really good. D6 so far, pulling its weight. Get a deal with the devil, we'll see what's in there. Maybe I really want something. I don't really want either of those, and my D6 isn't charged. As good as the nail is, I don't want to give up the D6 so early. So I'll go back and pick up the Eternal Heart. Maybe I'll go visit the... In fact, I think I will go visit the sacrifice room over there. Even though it's kind of like a waste of a whole soul heart. I have a lot of health, a lot more than usual. And I did at least get a damage up and 1 of 3 circling items of protection. You can just hope it's good. Pills, well, luck down. Hopefully this isn't a health down. Tears down. Well, that sucks. But you always take that kind of risk when going into those rooms. My tears aren't so slow, but you know, they're not good. So hopefully I'll pick up a squeezy somewhere, or I think toothpicks is tears up. Maybe a wire coat hanger from one of the bosses. Really, there are a lot of options. Generally, tears up, and they're not that slow. I could go into the shop, but I don't want to, because I only have 1 key, and I'm not going to bank on the fact that an item would be half off and something I wanted to buy. There's a chance. One time, just before I started recording these, I had a run where I decided I have 1 key, I'm going to this shop, I have 7 coins, and the candle was half off. 7 coin candle, and I went on to win that run. So this room will help clear itself out for me. I don't have to use bombs. Unfortunately, there are no tinted rocks that they would hopefully destroy for me, but that is okay. I pick up a bomb. This is the catacombs and not the caves. I'm still faster than those guys. I have a D6 charge. I'll reroll Book of Shadows. I don't really want the Ghost Baby. It's always nice to have the familiars shooting with you, but I'm not too concerned. I will fight the boss. That'll get 1/3 of a D6 charge, and it will... Oh man, I walked right into that. And it will give me a chance to know if I want to reroll that more than I want to reroll Ghost Baby. So generally I think it's a good plan, provided I expect that I won't die, But with the way I'm dodging, there's a chance. Taken 2 or 3 hits already. Just have to be careful of the eyeballs. Wow, still dodging really poorly. Peep just keeps on jumping too, and that's the one attack that I'm having trouble with. Boss fight going pretty normally though, other than all the hits I've taken. I suppose I'd want a little more damage. At least it isn't the bloat, but I can still run into the bloat for not the depths, but the necropolis. I've sort of made up for all the damage I've taken by dodging a lot better, not taking more damage. Except there, so really basically as I say it, I just ruin it. We get a health up. I will take that. Again, deals with the devil getting even easier. I have 14 cents, so the shop is almost a good option. And I don't have any keys, so even if I wanted to go to the shop, I couldn't. Hoping there are at least 2 more rooms to get a D6 charge. And I mean, most likely what'll happen is I'll re-roll it to something even worse, and then I'll regret it. But I'm willing to take that chance. Still taking bad damage non-stop, pretty much. But we'll make it out of the room, still with 6 hearts. 2 keys. Cool. I will visit the shop. Coin purse I do not want, because I don't have the PhD or the luck foot to make sure those are all good pills, and I've already had kind of bad luck with pills. This is unfortunate. I'm going to check for the secret room in 2 places, and I will most likely get it on this one. Again, I might have checked here first because it's next to the sacrifice room. Don't want to go in there. I know I have plenty of health, but I'd rather stay where I am. 6 hearts, pretty good. So I will pick up the ghost baby, since there somehow were not enough rooms to re-roll it, but still pretty good pickup. It can shoot through rocks and things with the spectral tears, and that's always useful, even if it is a bit weaker than I am. Speaking of which, I don't know if familiars scale, like if they will start doing more damage as you get later in the game and do more damage yourself, or if they're at a set damage the whole game. I'm taking bad damage. Maybe the coin purse would have been a good investment if I could have picked up a full health pill. Or 2 bad trips just so that I knew one would become a full health pill. But hopefully I don't end up dying already. Pretty bad run. I don't like how, not a pretty bad run, pretty bad play. I don't like how the butt lickers can just hide within each other, licking each other's butts pretty much, but from the inside, and 2 become 3. But I've come to just assume at this point. We get a key drop and a coin drop. I will visit the shop. Now, apparently. Pretty bad luck here with the flies and spiders? Was there a spider? Or 2? Probably. I'll also go to the arcade after the shop. We'll pick up the ladder because it is an excellent item and it is half off. Now I'll visit the arcade to hopefully win back some hearts. I will not play the blood bank as much as I'd like to be able to, because I do not have the replenishable hearts for it. I would love to get the blood bag though. Unfortunately, I cannot afford it. Blood bank would mostly or completely recover me to full health if I won it, but I'm not going to count on that. That was awful damage. I'll pick it back up at least. But that's kind of not how I wanted to do that. I wanted to come out with more health than I had. At least I'm sort of winning on the shell game to pick up at least bombs. I'd rather win keys and hearts than bombs, but sometimes not that lucky. Going to the left again. Keep losing when it matters. All I want are hearts, but I can't get them. I can just get flies. Hopefully this one will be... Nope. I will blow up the blood bank soon, especially if I run out of money or win the item from the shell game. And honestly, all I'm winning are coins at this point, which just let me play longer and not necessarily win more. 2 heart games in a row? Awesome! Finally picking up the health that I need. But if only I had the luck foot, this would be going much better. I would probably be at full health again. Maybe I'd be able to play the blood bank even. That fly just flew right into me, and that was unfortunate. Want to stay away from that bomb. If it were an easier task, I would have pushed it into the blood bank to destroy it for me. But pick up half a heart from that. Out of money. Sorry to say it, shell game, but you're done. 2 keys, always nice to have. So a mom kill entails killing mom's heart, not just mom, even though some people have said that it counts as one of the kills so that you can get a few in one run. I believe I still can get a few in one run as long as I kill Satan X or Isaac or Blue Baby. But I do not believe that this run will get that far. You never know, but I wouldn't count on it. I'm just counting on being able to beat It Lives. Generally, pretty easy to do. But I can't go ahead and say, yeah, it's already guaranteed, because it's really not. I will visit the boss room. The husk, pretty easy. This is a champion one, spawns bloom flies, clearly. So what I have to do is focus on dodging not only the husk, but all of the boom flies. And that was a poor example of dodging. Hopefully I can get them to blow up on the husk. They will damage him, provided I can blow them up near enough to him. Tougher boss fight than if I were stronger or faster, but generally when everything's bouncing around on the walls like this, it's a little bit tricky, especially when he keeps spawning them, and they always blow up right when I don't want them to. Hopefully, if not because of my skill, because of my health, I should be able to make this out alive. But I can't count on that yet. Can't be sure. Really need to be careful with the flies. And of course he spawns more. Hopefully I can get a nice chain reaction so that I have to do less work and only kill a couple. Well, one of them blew up for me for free, but have to kill the rest myself. And then almost there. One more fly. And we're done. I'm gonna re-roll the range up for another health up. I might reach full 12 hearts in this run, which would be astounding. I can't remember the last time I did that. I still haven't come across the item room though. That's pretty important. Hopefully there are 3 more rooms to complete so that I can re-roll if necessary. And here's the room. I realized that I could hope for the walking nub things to blow up the tinted rock for me, but they didn't shoot there, so I don't have to be upset that I wasted a bomb. And common cold gives me poison damage. I think it's a pretty nice item. I do think I will re-roll it, Of course I run into envy, my least favorite of the 7 deadly sins. Most annoying by far. And again, with the diagonal bouncing, that's always tough to read perfectly. Hoping to reroll the item room for a damage up. If not, of course, I could miss out on the item room completely, in that maybe I get the poop or something else useless at this point. Or another such spacebar item that I don't want to replace the D6 with yet. Of course, I could end up with the shears, for example, or the... I don't know if you can get the Book of Belial in item rooms, but one of those few items that I would drop anything to pick up. Enemy goes pretty well. I think I took 1 hit. Not that I can't still take another. Curved Horn, that's a damage up. That is excellent. Puts me into the Bloody Tears zone. And I will continue on my quest. And it looks that we will get at least 1 more D6 charge. Fortunately, I was going to say fortunately I dodged all of the difficult parts of this room, but I ended up messing up there. Hopefully I don't get hit by this spider. Cricket thing, whatever it's called. I will wait for that to explode and pick up the key. Do not want to go on to the next room yet, because obviously I was trying to get a D6 charge and not waste anything. We'll see what we replace the common cold with. Excellent! The sad onion doubles my tears. So the tears down I picked up, a little less of a big deal. Yeah, that was this run. There's only been 1 run this video. And we will continue looking just in case we can get another reroll. 1 room down. Have a golden key, but that isn't really helpful anymore. Chain reaction, only got 2 of them. And that chain reaction got the other 2. Do not get another charge, but that doesn't really matter because I'm done with this floor and I already picked up the item. Going to the next floor, I feel pretty good. I have, 10 red hearts, 8.5 of which full. And I also have pretty good damage thanks to the curved horn. 3 keys, 7 bombs. Soon I'm in the territory where I want to drop the D6 for something, though. Good drop for the red heart there. The leaper didn't cause any problems. Hoppers are always pretty easy. And I'm back to full health. Hopefully I run into the item room soon. Again, hate to waste any D6 charges. Really a bad position. I could have probably avoided it somehow. Mainly going the other way. But I got stuck. I didn't take as much damage as I could have, but now I did. And then this room went really, really poorly. Pick up a key. I'd rather have picked up some health to alleviate my pain from the embarrassment of all those hits. This room should be pretty easy. Hopefully I get a heart drop. Hopefully I'm on the right track to the item room. Heart drop, just what I wanted. And I was going to say item room, just what I wanted, but that's not how it happened. I don't like how leapers can just jump onto blank spaces. They can follow me wherever I go, and it's kind of unfair. Of course, they would still be able to hit me with their 4 directional shots just by standing next to the gap. Took damage, not happy. Hopefully I won't take damage on this room, but with flies there's always that chance. So far going well, not taking damage. Should usually be able to say that on this room. The rotating fly, kind of annoying, and they take a lot more hits. Mega Troll Bomb! I successfully evaded it, and I was on completely the wrong track to the item room. That's unfortunate. Wasted a lot of possible D6 recharges. Hopefully the champion here will drop a red heart. Well, the room did, and I got another key. I'm okay with that. Free money. Maybe I'll get enough to go to the shop. I will check for the secret room right here, because I have a lot of bombs, and that's a pretty likely position for it. As usual, I'm not correct on my first guess in the depths. I said that my second preference was for down, and I will go down. There's another champion. Ah, I walked right into the beam. Hopefully I won't take any more damage in this room. But that makes up for it. I think that means I get a half a heart more than I lost. I'm going to wait here, use a bomb, hopefully catch a few of them in it. Didn't, I took damage. That was my decision pretty much. I knew I was taking the risk. And it didn't work out. 2 chests though. Don't want to pick up the Eternal Heart yet. This is the Depths 1. And as such, I can come back after fighting the boss, which I may end up doing right away. If I can't find it. No, I don't want to fight this boss right away. I'd rather wait and get an upgrade. But I am picking wrong every time. And that really is unfortunate. And the opposite of what I'd want with the D6. If I could have picked up a compass, I would have been able to go in the right direction and use it the most efficiently. Taking a lot of damage from the knights. That's one of those rooms where it's a little bit expected almost. 1 more left. Still managed to take damage. I'll see if there's a troll bomb in here or something. Wow, what a good call. So I get those bombs for free. And now I can go to the last place I thought to look. It's unfortunate. But sometimes that's how it goes. Hopefully it was worth it, and I get a great drop from the item room. That grimace definitely just predicted my movement. I'll wait for the goop to go away, pick up that heart, pick up this chest. Maybe there'd be hearts in it, but there were keys. Keys are always good. Nice to have at least somewhat of a surplus. I will visit the shop. It will most likely be greed. At least there's one more shop in the game that I can go to and hopefully not run into greed if this one doesn't go well for me. Look at the chest. No hearts. Greed, like I expected. Have enough damage that this should go pretty quickly. Hopefully I can avoid taking any damage here. And the pretty much required 1 hit from fighting greed. A little upset with it. Finally find the item room, last place it could be, so I will get 1 reroll. Didn't take damage, get a soul heart. Excellent. Not going to visit the sacrifice room. The poop. At least I get to reroll the poop. Mom's bra. Really unfortunate turn of events. I'm going to keep the D6. Unfortunately, that may not go well for me. I may end up having to keep the D6 a lot longer than I want to. But if I can make it to the chest with the D6, then I can almost guarantee at least a couple good pickups from the first 4 chests you are given. So I'll fight the boss. I'll come back, pick up the Eternal Heart. I won't get to reroll the boss item, so hopefully it's health and damage up. Or just a damage up. Monster 2, really easy. You get him caught in the pattern where he just continually shoots his laser back and forth. And ideally you won't take damage unless you walk right into him like a moron. Yeah, so I'm going to keep my distance instead of even thinking about letting the cube of meat do damage to him while I walk back and forth. But the boss should go down very easily. Takes a little longer than I'd like. My damage obviously isn't as good as it could be. That's why hopefully he drops the pentagram, the 1 meat item that gives you a damage up. I don't know what it's called. Or something of the sort. Speed up, Angel Room. Let's see the Sacred Heart. That would be awesome. Guardian Angel, pretty good. Makes my cube of meat spin faster, gives me an extra protection. And I will pick up a health up now. Hopefully the last item room will be something that I desire. I might have re-rolled the angel room pickup if I had a D6 charge. I will visit this chest. More coins, not really something I need. Champion is drop, I'd like a heart. That's exactly what I was going to say. Room's going better than before, for some reason. I guess the curved horn, if I didn't have that last time, is making a difference. I would like more damage up, though, because I'm likely going to have to drop the curved horn for the Polaroid. Although I don't have to go to the chest or really the cathedral. All I have to do is beat Mom's heart, which I think looks pretty promising at this point. 10 hearts, mostly full. I'll hang on to this for a little bit. Even a health down wouldn't be devastating at this point, but if there's a chance of me getting the PhD or the luck foot or any item that makes my pills good, even though I'm pretty sure those are the only two, then I would rather wait and make sure. I will also visit this chest for a heart. I will not go to the sacrifice room. I will check for the secret room. Speaking of which, in one of my runs in the Dr. Fetus for the Doctor's Revenge item challenge, not item, I went into a secret room in the room part 1, I believe, and the epic fetus was there. And I mean, that's the second time I've ever run into it, and I thought it was a silly time for it, especially because it's a pretty guaranteed victory in that challenge anyway. But I did better than I did the first time. I did complete the challenge. These guys in lasers cannot destroy the flies, unlike some bosses and enemies. The the eyes, their lasers destroy enemies, which is nice sometimes if you can get them to hit them. Troll bomb, not really useful. Found the item room this time. I think I have enough range. No, I don't. And I walked into the spikes like a moron. Get my health back after that embarrassment. Don't want the hourglass, don't want the portable slots. Hopefully 3 more rooms that I can complete. I will visit this chest. Might destroy, will not destroy. Pick up a heart. Yeah, I'm being pretty loose with my keys. And I'm back to full health. I will visit the shop for all 3 items because I have a lot of money. I realize I am now at 11 hearts. That is a lot. Still holding on to this pill. Still a chance to reroll to the PhD, in fact. I cannot visit the boss before going back to reroll. And really, all this money I don't need. I'd love to see money equals power. In fact, that would be amazing. Unfortunately, I didn't get the mom's purse to pick up an extra trinket and carry my curved horn with me into the beyond the depths. Larry Jr., pretty easy fight. Now I don't need hearts, I'll probably get them. I will definitely visit this beggar, because we're pretty good friends. Hopefully he'll drop... Gee, maybe he'll drop a health up that I don't need. I will now visit the arcade for at least 1.5 hearts. And you know, I'm kind of glad that he's taking all of my money that I don't need. I won't be glad if 2 of hearts, that is not particularly necessary for me at the moment. Mom's purse! Wow! What a... Well, actually, 2 of hearts can be pretty useful. I can go to the arcade, go down to 5.5 hearts, use 2 of hearts, and then be back to full health, and in the event that I actually end up doing that, I can play 1.5 more times. Well, 3 times. 1.5 more hearts worth of times. Hopefully I run into the blood bag, get to full red hearts. I do not believe you can have red hearts off the screen in the same fashion you can have soul hearts off the screen. And really, I just ended up with the rich get richer. That is not the blood bag, unfortunately. I will take my pill again. I will visit one more room to get my D6 charged. And I will continue on with my reroll. I will pretty much have to take whatever I get on the reroll unless it's an awful spacebar item that I really don't want. Such as getting the poop again. Know exactly where the boss room is, but of course I do. Because I hadn't run into it yet, and there's only one more end space. I really can't believe that beggar gave me Mom's purse. That's so lucky. And I'm hoping to get my first, possibly first, time with full red hearts. That's really cool. If I get a deal with the devil for Guppy's Paw, I could get 33 soul hearts from the 11 hearts I'd have remaining. That would be amazing. And I would have almost guaranteed success in the chest and, well, the cathedral and the chest. I could play the slots and such for any possible bonuses, but I don't... well, I should, but again, not the goal of this video. The goal of this video isn't to do amazingly, it is to kill Mom's heart a single time. As such, I will move on to the Mom fight. It's the easier Mom fight, where you will just get continually stomped at. I see a tinted rock. If I can Lord Foot over here, do the work for me. Well, or I could do that. 2 soul hearts, awesome. I thought that the arm might continue to come out forever and I'd just get free damage on it because it couldn't hit me. Didn't turn out to happen that way. Unfortunate damage, usually pretty hard to avoid. My damage is kind of low. I'm really glad that I get to keep the curved horn. Maybe I'll get a damage up from this. Maybe I'll get a deal with the devil on one of the next floor is the only time I can get it, I think. I don't know about the cathedral. So maybe I'll get a deal with the devil and get something like the Pact. I'd love to pick up the Pact. Tears and damage up. Gives me the 2 red hearts I spend on it as soul hearts. Maybe I could D6 to get it for 1 red heart, and then I make a heart profit. But I'd love to see Guppy's Paw took damage because I was in Mom's shadow. Squeezy gives me more tears up. I did forget that I picked up the Magneto item. I will probably run into arcades again. I think I'm going to go right, because it seems too short to go left. I'll get a soul heart from Larry Jr. Turn 1 and 2, get back. I would take the Liberty Cap and do the soul heart exploit if I had Guppy's Paw already, like I managed to hold on to for a whole run in my last video, I believe. Pretty miraculous. That run was amazing in every way. But, continuing on, awful enemies, I hate them. Don't have enough damage to kill them quickly. That's actually really disappointing and surprising that it takes 3 hits to kill them. We'll get that because Magneto is pretty useful. It means I have to use a lot less bombs and effort to pick up items that I might want. This was the wrong direction for Mom's heart, or not Mom's heart, this is the Womb 1. So it's the wrong direction for the boss. The item room, or not the item room, the secret room gives me more money I really don't need. I will bomb out of it. And I will get what I wanted in running into the boss room there. This room, pretty easy. And we'll fight the boss. Still carrying this pill. The Fallen, that will give me a deal with the devil item. Maybe I'll even get a deal with the devil after fighting him because I haven't really taken much damage, if at all, this floor. Of course, assuming that I kill the Fallen without taking too much damage. I can also reroll. either the Fallen's item or the Deal with the Devil items that I may or may not end up seeing. Took my first damage this floor, I believe. One of the two Fallens is dead. Didn't take damage from that. I'd say this fight has gone well. He's soon to die. And we get Guppy's Paw. Oh my gosh. I think I'll use this pill. Speed down, that's awful. Guppy's Paw, I could use it fully and then re-roll it. Or I could just re-roll it. I think I'll have a better chance in the long run if I turn all of my hearts into soul hearts. So I will do that. Unfortunately, we didn't see me to hit 12 red hearts. And now I'll re-roll the paw and pick up the mark. Excellent. More damage up, and now I'm feeling pretty good about... Well, I was already feeling pretty good about this run, but I'm feeling even better. I will pick up invincibility every time I get hit, and I have more damage. I'll let my items kill the Doppel. Champion Membrane. Definitely noticing the difference in my damage. Significantly better. Especially with the curved horn. I don't know how much damage that gives me, but I can tell. This might drop a soul heart. No, it just dropped one heart, which I no longer can use. Now the game taunts me, of course. 2 rats, not too difficult really. A lot of the time they end up killing themselves halfway at least. With 1 down, one thing is they are pretty weird in that they are willing to charge you fully and just walk right into you. And second Wrath will go down relatively soon. In fact, there he killed himself. Mr. Boom, I'll re-roll that. Sack of pennies, really pretty useless. Find the boss exactly where I thought I thought I would. Still haven't taken a hit this floor. Can't get a deal with the devil though, because that is just a doorway to Sheol. And I'm not going to Sheol, I'm going to the Cathedral. I feel sufficiently overpowered. Too bad I picked up the sack of pennies. I could go ahead and try to re-roll it again. Wouldn't be too hard to complete another room or two. But took my first hit this floor. Mom's heart seeming to take a little longer than I would have expected. Guess my damage isn't that great. We'll start using bombs. Speed up the fight just a little bit. Monstro, pretty easy boss. Can appear as a normal... Well, no, it doesn't ever appear as a normal enemy where you don't see a health bar, but it definitely appears in normal rooms. Larry Jr. goes down, 1 bomb. The eyes go down before they can shoot me. Take down all of the zombies. Not zombies, I'm watching too much Northernlion. The knights. They're called knights, and I hate that he misnames them all the time. Duke of Fly is going to go down really quickly, always a weak boss. And I have a lot better damage than I normally would fighting the Duke of Flies. We might or might not get Mom firing bombs, yes. Rather, it lives, not Mom. Not Mom's heart. One of the most commonly misnamed bosses or enemies, probably. Unfortunately, took a hit there trying to avoid Chub. Mom killed... Mom. Again. Killed Chad for me. Chub. This will also be a pathway to Sheol. And I'll go up to the Cathedral. I'm thinking left just because... Well, first off is the secret room. Maybe I get Epic Fetus. Super Greed, I don't care. I don't want to fight you. I'd also really like to get a 3rd fly or sacrificial dagger or some such item that would complete my surrounding ring of protection. Taking a lot of damage so far here. I will risk this. Hopefully he doesn't give me a health up. I would actually not pick it up if he did. But I can re-roll it in such an event. Which is always nice that I've kept the D6 this long for that reason. Ah, of course I forgot about the magnet, even though it's right on my forehead. Steam Sale, don't really want that. Lemon Mishap, don't really want that. I will go to 3 more rooms before ending the cathedral, so I will go ahead and re-roll that again, because, of course, any item I can get is probably an advantage. Or at the very least, not bad. I magically picked that correctly, going against my natural instinct of going down. I'm going to use a bomb here, hopefully taking down either of the greeds quicker, but as it turned out, no such luck. It's annoying to have 3 bosses in one room, especially when all this dodging has to take place due to the diagonal nature of the champion fistula, or fistula in general. One of the greeds is bound to go down soon. Fistula is done, not much total health left. I'll destroy the boomfly, hopefully. Taking a lot of hits, but honestly, I was 20 hits above the max at that point. Back to reroll. In fact, I could reroll again if I really wanted to, but I probably will just accept the sack of the bomb bag. Well, I have a little army following me, 2 of which are bags. Actually, I want to complete 2 more rooms so that after I go to the chest, I will be able to reroll right away instead of having to complete rooms, put myself in danger without the extra upgrades that I'll get. So I will complete this room and the room below me, if that room has anything in it. Daddy Longlegs goes down pretty easily. Pick up another key. I don't actually need more than I have. Excellent room. Very easy. Chain reaction set the whole room off, and I'll go fight Isaac as Isaac. I will kill myself. So this fight, it won't go well. It'll go alright. I should win, if only because I'm going to get a lot of invincibility and I have a lot of health already. I'll stand near him to let these 2 items attack him a little. Every little bit, of course, will help. Will help me take less damage as well. So, pretty standard fight. Let my invincibility not get damaged. Doing pretty well dodging for the most part. 2 hits, I believe. That is, of course, 2 whole hearts, as I have not picked up the wafer. Really a good item. Haven't got my invincibility to pop up yet, but I think it does exist. Sometimes it's just not how this works. I don't know. Have to look out for those rays of light. Have to look out for the angel fetuses now. So I will be dodging a little more and probably end up taking more hits for it. I will stand near Isaac, as I am currently invincible, even though you can't tell. And I've taken a lot of hits, but fortunately I haven't taken so many that you can so far see my health. I don't think I'm at the point where I'm overpowered enough to not worry and complete the chest with no problem. But I think that it's entirely possible that the items I receive from the chest will give me that chance. I'm also surprised that after having defeated Mom's Heart, I have not seen the secret pop up for Platinum God. On to the chest. See what we get. Hopefully good stuff. No, I don't really want either of those. Don't want any of them. I will take Poison Touch. That is a pretty good item. Demon Baby. Sure. Little Chad, I shouldn't have picked up. Scapular will give me my soul heart back once, I believe. This is a pretty tough room. 2 carrying queens, I can't fly. And they'll AIDS poop on me at some point. I'm going to make sure to use my invincibility to get Poison Touch on them. Good dodging. They'll both go down pretty soon, since they were both in their diagonal movement patterns. No AIDS poop, that's always good. And that is confirmed by Edmund McMillan that the poop is AIDS. And that is why it hurts you to walk into. Thinking left still, though down might have been a good choice because there are 3 ends right in the same place. Hopefully I get more golden chest or chest drops because all chests in the chest give you items, so that it's not so bad, excuse me, that I kept my D6. Because honestly, any item at this point is more useful than the D6 for me. Complete that room, get a chest. Polyphemus. Yeah, let's do it. Don't shoot horribly quickly, but that's to be expected. Polyphemus is actually one of everyone's favorite items. Hoping to run into another chest then, before the boss. So many troll bombs. Amazing I have not been hit by one yet. I do have 2 familiars shooting at the enemies. One of them is bound to go down. Take my first hit, will poison them. Mr. Mega? Peeper's Eye, why not? I could have rerolled both. I don't need bomb damage. Don't need the Spelunker's Hat. This isn't the way to the boss, so I get to reroll that again. Maybe I'll get another item here. I will complete this room, even though I'm taking a lot more damage than I should have poisoned them. Peeper's Eye, always going to be at least somewhat helpful somewhere along the way, because it ends up running into everything somehow. Even if you're unlucky, it's bound to get at least one hit somewhere. And one hit's usually like a couple things of damage. Didn't get hit there, will get hit by the troll bomb? Nope. So, 2 chest runs going pretty well so far, after the last one. I'll check out the top secret room. I do not need that effect. It's pretty nice, but I don't want it. Spelunker's Hat definitely don't need now, especially considering I have seen both secret rooms. I'm going this way, 2 Monstro 2s. That's tough luck. They will soon both get caught in a loop, hopefully. That does damage the other Monstro 2, which is excellent. It's tough when you get them out of sync like this. Really tough. Please, use your lasers on me. Amazing that I haven't gotten hit, really. If I even have. I'm hopefully going to kill the one here pretty soon. I'm going to try to focus on it, so that, of course, 1 fight is easier than 2 fights. Take some damage, gonna poison them both, and that will net me both kills. Excellent. See what's in here. I will possibly pick that up once I recharge my D6. Of course, I'm putting myself through very unnecessary risks here in fighting extra rooms, not knowing how much health I have beyond max. But I think it's worth it, because again, I will receive more advantages if the rerolls are good. Hopefully this doesn't ruin my run again, and now I think there's no chance of War just running away and leaving me here to die. Now get to reroll, not this, but the other item. Honestly, Crack the Sky is not amazing, but chocolate milk, that'll be fun. How big do my shots get, I wonder? That's not that big. I've had bigger. I'd love to run into Technology. Technology and Polyphemus, excellent combination. More fights against Super Wrath. Gonna take damage there. I'll poison one. Luckily for me, their Mega Troll Bombs do damage themselves and each other. And that one went down pretty fast thanks to Poison and Polyphemus Chocolate Milk. Polyphemus might be one reason I lose if I do. But again, I should unlock Platinum God after this run, and that is all that really matters to me. Gonna go up against my better judgment, and that is mostly to get another D6 charge that I may or may not use on Crack the Sky because I'm having fun rather than making sure to win. And I mean, Crack the Sky doesn't even promise me any success whatsoever. Might have seen a soul heart drop there, did not. Gonna go up, empty room, gonna go right. Daddy Longlegs. Seems to have a lot more health than I expected. Never mind. There's the damage I expect to do. I will walk up and poison him, and he'll die almost immediately. Another chest. Maybe it's something I want to keep. Sacrificial Dagger. I do want to keep that. That means when I'm invincible and I walk up to Isaac, Sacrificial Dagger will do a significant amount of damage, along with both Poison Touch and the Cube of Meat and the Guardian Angel. So really, everything surrounding me will block shots and do a lot of damage. I'm going to reroll this again, having fun. Oh, this is going to be too much fun. I can't even... Oh, this is going to be great. I haven't had this combination at all, or at least not in a while. If we go to the secret room and end up with Mom's knife or something, I think we're going to be completely, no question about how easy this win is going to be. Fire pretty quickly for having Polyphemus. And, oh man, this is incredible. And Mutant Spider should also have lowered our shots, speed, our tiers. This room is significantly easier without, with Mutant Spider. One of my favorite items in the game. Luck down. I don't need luck. And there's the boss at long last. Explored almost the whole chest, and don't even feel too bad about it. Like, I'm significantly overpowered. And we'll see what we get here. I have a lot of things following me. Temperance. Don't care, we'll blow it up. For nothing useful. Let's do it. Gertie? Oh no! I killed the Gertie Jr. in one hit. That's astounding. I have so much damage. My range is not very good. So at this point I'm looking for a chest, just so I can reroll. Oh, it's the bloat! I don't want to be here! That's what I get for being cocky. But the bloat will go down pretty quickly thanks to how ridiculously overpowered I am. Did not get a chest, I'm not backtracking anymore. So we'll see how this fight goes. No idea how much health I have. Get to walk up, do as much damage as possible, Poison Touch, Sacrificial Dagger, the works. I've done so much damage already. I wonder if we'll see my health before the end of the video. I have no comment on whether or not I expect to. Honestly, I would kill him faster if I just stayed right there and walked into him constantly, taking damage, no regard. Anyway, that's a chest win. Really overpowered. And, gonna wait through the credits, hopefully see Platinum God pop up. That would be great after 200 lots of hours. I don't even know anymore. Wow. Platinum God. If I don't get Platinum God, something's wrong and I'm upset. But hopefully we'll see it. Pretty long video, but any chest run usually is, unless you have something even more overpowered than I did. Definitely a fun run. Would have loved to. I haven't seen Technology in a while. Never gotten Technology or Technology 2 with Polyphemus. And stop playing stats. What's going on? Where's my Platinum God? What secret am I missing?
Isaac was
I didn't mean to watch the ending. Well, I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna quit the game and start it back up, but I'm not gonna keep the video going. You can pretend, and I'll just upload a short video showing it if I figure it out. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time with the real Let's Play well, not the real Let's Play next time, but after I get Platinum God for you.